Hi everyone, Sue from Art Craft and Journals, and I'm here today to do a challenge. It's a Take 5 challenge put out by Debra from String and Scissors on the Facebook group Paper Possibilities Crazy Crafters. So the prompts are something metal. So I've chosen some of these which have been in my stash for a while. Game pieces, that one was a bit challenging, so I've actually got just some playing cards, so I'll use those. Flowers or botanic, well, what I did was, and you'll see why I chose these in a minute, I've got these papery flowers that I thought I might use. I don't normally use these in a journal because of the thickness of them, but I'm going to anyway today. Tissue paper, I've chosen this tissue paper which I actually got a pack. I think it was almost a brand new pack actually from the op shop, so that was a good find. Laces and ribbons, I've gone with just this piece of lace here, and I've also got some black ribbon that I got at a market somewhere, the whole bag of crafty stuff. It says plus other stuff. The other stuff I'm thinking is I've got a stencil here, and I've also got some distress oxide. And what I did was I chose this one because everything you might have noticed is sort of on the silvery, blacky sort of side. And then, of course, I've got the playing cards which have the red and the blue. So I thought I need to bring in some of the red, at least one of the colours. So I've gone with the red. So that's why I've got the stencil. Now in front of me I have my altered book. It's just an old book that I've been using as a journal. Basically I glue, I don't know, 2 or 3 pages together. These have been gessoed, and I'm just working my way through. So what I thought I would do, as I said, I've gessoed it, so I'm not actually going to do anything with that. I'm just going to simply put down the tissue paper as a background, and I'm hoping that that will be enough to sort of cover most of this, but not all of it. I still don't mind, you know, a little bit of the text just coming through. So I'm thinking I might just cut a piece that I think is going to fit, since it's so large. Let's have a look. Yep, that should do. And I will trim it down, of course. Okay, get rid of that for the moment. What glues have I got? Probably run out of glue. Okay, just a glue stick, so I'm going to glue this down. The pages are a bit bumpy because I guess with all the gluing in the book itself and the different things that I've put in the book, which when it's finished I'll probably do a flip through, but it's been going for a while now. It's just one of the many journals that I'm working my way through. Oops. Now I decided to do the challenge just because at the moment I've got a little bit of extra time on my hands, like a lot of people. I don't know if I will be able to do it all the time because, yeah, normally I'm a bit busy and I find it really hard to keep up with challenges and things. I have tried in the past, and yeah, I don't really make many of them, unfortunately. Because whether I like it or not, work does have to take a priority. You know, someone's got to pay the bills. Okay, I think that's everything. A little bit off there, unfortunately. I wonder if I can fix that. I was trying to avoid having to trim all the edges, but I'm thinking I might just, yes, might just plonk it down. I don't normally sort of work with silvers and golds, really. It's not something I normally do. So I thought, oh, why not? Something different. Okay, now I will trim that down, but not right now, I think. I'll let that dry a bit. Okay, so that's my background. Now, what I was thinking is to somehow do a focal image, and what I'm thinking is focal image here, and some sort of sentiment there, but I don't have a sentiment as yet. So I'm going to try with the candied apple and my little brush. See how this goes. I don't know how it'll sit on the actual tissue paper because it's kind of a little shiny. So I'm not sure how it will. Oh, it's not too bad. I don't want it to be, you know, obvious, too obvious. It's just there as a part of the background. So it should work, I hope. Trick is not to move it while I'm re-inking the brush. And this red candied apple is also a colour that I don't really use a lot, so it's nice to be able to use something different. And since I'm into the collaging at the moment, it's definitely not a colour I use for that. Because I have very definite views of what's vintage colouring and stuff. I don't know, it's just me. I'm very, I don't know what the word is, but I have very set ways of how things should be. Always have done, and it's a pain sometimes because it can be so limiting, and it's really hard to break away from it. Okay, I think that's enough. So let's have a look. Okay, not too bad. Might just bring it up a little bit. Yeah, it's not too bad. Okay. Actually, you know what I should do? Put red around the edges. Yeah, why not? Alright, now, I'm just thinking, can I come in a little bit more? Nope, wrong way. I keep forgetting to do this, and I keep forgetting not to talk loud enough, so I'm trying to really speak louder. Okay. I'm thinking something, a distress around those edges would be good. Do I have a black here, or is it in the lounge room? It's probably in the lounge room. Oh no, here it is. Because I've been doing a lot of stuff in the lounge room. Yeah, a lot of my things are over in there. Alright. Just sort of dirty them a little bit. I don't know if that's given it a dark enough edge actually. Okay, hopefully that'll be dark enough. Alright, so I'm thinking something like that. And I actually was really disappointed I didn't have any of the heart suit either, because I figured, well, this is heart, so it would have been nice to have the heart ones, but yeah, that didn't work. Okay, so excuse the crinkling of the paper while I get these out. Now, oh, they've got brads on the back, that's right. Forgot about that bit. Never mind, we'll work out something with that. Let me see. Okay. Thinking something, oh, actually, I was thinking this behind somewhere as well. Let me just move those. Something like that. Oh, is that stuck already? Don't want that sticking down yet. Oh, gee whiz, it's stuck too. Gosh. Okay, there's a bit of plastic. Okay, just so it doesn't stick. Now maybe more in the centre there. Something of... And I have some little flowers. Oops. Can't get them out of the packet. There we go. Because I never use the sparkly glittery ones, I'm going to use those. Okay, to me it needs to be more. Alright. And I put the black ribbon. I just thought maybe a bow or something. It did throw me when I first looked at this challenge because I thought, oh, there's no specific colours. But in hindsight, maybe that's a good thing. Okay, the bow won't work. Too big. Okay. Yep, that'll do. Okay, so somehow maybe I need a third one of those big flowers just to... I don't want those cards to be the main bit. I want the flowers to sort of stand out more, and the heart. A bit of an unusual page for me, I think. I don't normally do stuff like this. Something like that, maybe. And then maybe spread these around. There's some smaller ones again. Maybe something like that. I don't mind that. To me, though, it doesn't stand out enough. What else could I do to make that stand out? I'm looking in my iPad, which actually reflects what my camera's seeing. Yeah, and it just doesn't stand out enough. Okay. Oh, I wish I had some red flowers, but I'm pretty sure I don't have any red flowers. Oh, hang on a minute. I do have these little red ones. Let's have a look. Why not? They're a bit Christmassy, I think, but whatever. Something like that, maybe. Still don't like the way it doesn't stand out. Just having a look what else I've got. I think it needs something on the background. I was hoping that red there would do it, but I don't think it has really. Or maybe it's just me. Let's have a reshuffle. Maybe it's the lace behind it. Let's have a look. Something like that instead, maybe. Okay. I don't want it too symmetrical, though. I think it needs those red flowers, though. Now, it does say laces / ribbon, so I'm thinking I can get away without using the lace. No, still don't like it. Doesn't stand out enough. Okay, I'll be back in a minute. I think I might need some black paper. Be back in a minute. Alright, I've got this black piece of cardstock. So I'm thinking if I put that behind all of this, so I can still see the red of the stencil, but Sort of gives it a background. I think I've lost one of those little ones. Oh, something like that. Actually, I think that looks better. Yeah, I think that looks better. What would be nice if I had a silver pen to do some sort of a border? Do I have a silver pen? I know I do somewhere, it's just a matter of where it is. Right, what's this one? That's just a normal pen, but I'm sure I have a silver Sharpie. Got another one here. I thought I had a good one though, you know, a proper, maybe not. Okay, let's have a look. Where's a bit of scrap? Okay, that one's not too bad. Oh, that one's not too bad. No, not so good. Okay. Alright, what I might do is just a squiggly border around it, and then I'm going to stick them down. Right. At the moment, I'm sort of really obsessed with doing collages, so anything that's not a collage, with like the vintage sort of stuff, yeah, it's requiring me to think a little bit more. I sort of get stuck into a zone, and it's hard for me to get out of that zone sometimes, which is one of the reasons I thought, you know what, do the challenge, because yeah, it's nice to do something different. Okay, so that's what that is, and I'm going to just pop these down how I had them. I hope. Alright, let's have a look. Okay, now the heart, I might just use some craft glue, as well as, well, I'm going to have to use some craft glue now. Is that going to be able to stick though? We'll give it a try, see how we go. It's funny, you buy these things where, you know, when you go out shopping, you see them in, well, cheapy shops for me, generally speaking. I think, oh, that'd be great to use, and then they just sit in your stash for so long because you can't actually figure out a way of using them. I'm sure I'm not the only one who does that. Okay, now to put this down, I'm just going to chop it a little bit, I think. Oh, I think I've cut the hole too big on this craft glue. It's just oozing everywhere right now. Now I want it to come more this way. Okay. That will eventually lay flat, I imagine. Now flowers. Let's have a quick look at placement. Yep, okay, now these might be a bit tricky actually. I wonder if I should poke a hole through the card. That might be an idea actually. Alright, let's just mark roughly where they're going. So, whoops, about there. About there, and about there. Now I need something with a hole in it. Oh, can be. No, that's not my awl. Where's my awl? It was here because I've just had to clean all the glue off it. No, it's not here, but I do have a needle. A rather large needle actually. So okay, let's see if they're going to be big enough. Okay, and the last one, which of course will be the most difficult because, oh no, easy. Okay. Now, I don't know whether I need to glue those, actually. Just pop that up there. This one is... Okay. Alright, now the little red flowers, I'm just giving them a little bit of glue. And of course I can't remember where they were, so we'll just scatter them randomly. And probably one at the top actually. Okay, and now these ones, and I've got quite a few of these, so I can actually scatter these around everywhere. Oops, didn't even get any glue on there. Okay, that's what, whoops, where are we? That's what that looks like. A little bit different to my usual style, but I think I like it. Okay, now my next challenge will be, oh, there's one of these, we'll put that on. Next challenge will be to think of a sentiment. So I might actually have to go away and think of something. Oh. Got glue everywhere. Alright, I'm going to glue that down. Trim it, put an edge, and then I'm going to go away and try to come up with a sentiment. Now my decision is, do I do red inking or black? I think I might go with black. Alright, I'm going to have to let that dry before I fiddle with it, I think. It's not going to stay otherwise. So what I might do is pause the video, go and see if I can find a sentiment while that dries. I'll be back soon. Okay, I'm back. Quite a bit longer than I expected. Two reasons. It took me a while to find a quote, and then while I was actually looking for a quote, I did notice that there was a live stream that I've been wanting to see, and that I'd forgotten that it was actually today, so I kind of got caught up with that as well. It was a Marguerite Miller one, a collaging one. She has a new, I don't know if you call it a challenge, I don't know. It's basically you make a masterboard and make some little collage pieces that you're swapping. So it's a swap, I guess, a swapping with other people once all this coronavirus thingy's all sorted out and people feel game enough to go to the post office and things like that again. So yeah, I got caught up in that because I really am into the collaging, which I'm sure anyone who follows my channel or my Instagram will have discovered. Okay, now I've just glued my quote down. Hopefully that'll stick. Not sure if it's going to actually. I might have to re-stick it with craft glue. Okay, so I've got, never let the fear of striking out keep you from playing the game. Babe Ruth, who is a baseball player from America, I believe. But that one sort of struck a chord, I guess, partially because the mention of a game, and I also have the playing cards, but I guess also because, you know, quite often our self-doubt stops us from doing things that we probably really want it, or we want to do, or we should be doing, or, you know. So that one kind of struck a chord with me. Now, I'll just glued that down again, but I don't think it's going to stick. Alright, so now I've got to trim the page off and maybe do a little bit of distressing, and then I think I will call it done. Now, which is going to be the easiest way of doing this? Try it this way, I think. That page that you can probably see, that is actually another video that I did quite a while ago now. I think it's still sitting on my computer. I guess it's like a standby one that I will eventually put out there, I guess, when I run out of ones to put out. That was just a playing sort of a one. Just trying something different. This is actually quite tricky. Okay. Oops. Maybe. Oh, hang on a minute. Maybe it might work just by ripping. This could work well or go horribly wrong. That wasn't too bad. Oops. Maybe not. No, I'll cut it. Yeah, I've really quite enjoyed this one. It's been different. It's forced me to do stuff that I don't normally do. I've been able to use up some of the stash, so that's good. So thank you very much. Debra, I believe, is the one responsible for this one. Yeah, it's been really good. Okay. Might have to glue a few bits and pieces down. Sometimes I don't think the Uhu glue's as good as it used to be. Actually, the last lot of glue I bought the Boss Stick one. It's a little bit more expensive, but when you're using your glue stick and then have to re-glue it, it's not exactly cheap either, so I thought I'll give the Boss Stick ones a go. Strangely enough, I actually ordered it online because I'm trying not to go out at the moment. So I ordered it online from Officeworks, and they've put it on back order. And as it turned out, I got pretty desperate for something else that I had to go to, ink cartridges actually, go to Officeworks anyway. And they had it in, they had the glue, the exact same glue that I'd ordered in stock on the rack. So I bought that anyway. But I didn't buy the ink cartridge because, well, the ink cartridges are not in stock. Which is actually why I made the online order in the first place, because I wanted ink. Couldn't get it there either. So, it's a bit of a problem. I do have a little bit left, but I'm on my last one, and I always like to have more, because I do quite a bit of printing, both for work and for art. Alright. Okay, that's pretty good. Now, I'm not entirely satisfied with this, so I am going to have to go back and re-glue these, I think. But I won't do that right now. Okay. Alright, yeah, so that one's coming up too. Okay, just pop that on. Alright, let's have a closer look. So, there's that. Kind of has a, I don't know, it has a feel to it, but I'm not sure what it is. Maybe that old style, I don't know, old style American game sort of parlour-y type of vibe to it, I think. And the quote. So overall, that's it. So, once again, thank you, Debra. Thank you, Nat, whose Facebook group it is, the Paper Possibility Crazy Crafters. I will leave some links below. So, yeah, done. Thank you very much, guys, for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.